and welcome to One Man's Collection. Today I'm looking at magazine number 25 for the Australian Cars Collection, Holden HR Premier from 1966. We do have a 143 scale car I have not yet opened. I will be opening it on this particular video. We're going to put that aside for now. My magazine did get a little curved in the mail on this one, which is a little unfortunate. Same with the other one that came with it. First time that's actually happened. Same packaging as normal, but just a little squished. You can also see next magazine, number 26, which I've also got, and I will review that soon. Has a decent piece of cardboard. It's also quite bent, so but I think it'll be fine once this gets into the storage folder. So I'm going to take a look through this. We won't read everything in detail, but if you want to hit pause to read some of the articles, you can. So we're looking at the Holden HR Premier. Engine the front, inline 6, 3.048 cc, so just over 3 litre. I don't think they ever called that a 3.1 litre, did they? Maybe. 108 kilowatt. 249 newton meters of torque. Quite down low with that torque as well. 156 km/h top speed. I do remember a mate having one of these quite a few years later. Quite a nice little car. I think maybe even an uncle had a Premier. Try the gateway route for the weekend to Surfers Paradise with a Holden Premier. It's an old report, isn't it? Being sure with Shell at Nerang, that's the service station, yep, near the Gold Coast. Screwing the car up can bring a fuel consumption down to 16 miles per gallon, but 20 would be more reasonable turnaround. Point was the new Surfers Paradise motor racing circuit, 6 miles from Mermaid Beach. On the track, Greg Cusack leads Jack McDonald in 2.5 litre racing cars. Okay. So they're obviously trying to do a road trip to get there. Fully option price runs at $3,499. Yeah, this is talking about, what, 66. Readers' rights. They've actually got stories from there, not like they used to. I like the stories you publish about the American cars in the 1950s. I grew up then, and it was very exciting. Everything was changing so quickly. New cars since 1960 have been a little bit more boring, says some person. Sam McVicker from Queensland. Another happy Commodore. Well, that's not from 66 then, because the Commodore didn't come out until the 80s. I read with interest the letter of the February wheels from the happy owner of the VC Commodore. Yeah, much later article. Why have they got those in here? Oh, because this one's talking about the HR Holden there. Yeah, okay. I think we just skipped a page there. All some old articles. HR Holden, a more go, a more show, sticking to its now traditional policy of one all-new design followed by one facelift. General Motors Holden comes up with a refurbished Holden that still looks too much like a HD to help the image greatly. Yeah, well, they kind of still do that with just a bit of a facelift. Certainly a lot cheaper doing that. Main changes. It's a 186 cubic inch HR Special. Says there have been changes right through the range. All involve more power, better styling, and improved trim. Here's a resume of what this is all about. Yep. The 149 cubic inch engine has been replaced with a 161. Yep. 114 brake horsepower. You see they actually got it all in like cubic inches and stuff, because it wasn't until 66 that we actually changed the currency over to decimal, and then I think the measurements was a few years later in Australia to metric. All right, technical details of the Holden, or of the HR Holden. 6 inline. We already know that. 3-speed manual, column change. Oh yeah, I remember that. If you're not used to a column change when you jump into the car, it's like, whoa. If you're used to a manual vehicle, you'll have no problem after probably the first half a dozen movements and stuff. Once you know where all the gears are. Maximum speed in gears, 35 mile per hour in first, 64 in second, and 97 mile per hour in top or third. Yeah. Well, that's it. 11 pages. And then we're on to number 26. Well, I'm going to take a look at the Holden HR Premier model we have. Black roof. Kind of looks like a gold colour to it. I haven't opened it yet, but I'm an opener. So let's get a blade down the underneath. Clean up a mess as well. Make sure that didn't come out. There we go. File that down. Alright, cover comes straight off. There's no sticky holding that on. It's coming to this camera here. White walled tyres. Oh, you know what? This actually looks pretty good. Got mirrors on both sides. So, this is the Premier, isn't it? Premier. Yeah. So this is the top model. Actually, the lights and the grille look really good on the front. Is that the word Premier down the bottom here? I think it might have been. I can't see it quite well enough there. Yeah, I think it is. What type of plate is that? South Australian 308 350. Okay. Got our red vinyl interior. Venetians on the back. That would be a vinyl top as well that they would have come with. That was all in those days. Yeah, I think we'll take this off and have a look underneath as well. So we've got a triple screw. Let's make sure we don't break any mirrors or anything. Oh, it is on really well. There we go. The model feels quite solid. I can feel this. That's a nice solid vehicle. And I will keep that screw and the box for later. Alright, let's have a closer look. Get a bit of detail. Hubcaps. They were, and hubcaps over some spokes. Actually quite well done. A little bit of stuff on the white there. Same on the back. I do like the addition of the Venetians. Well done. And now it has my thumbprint right across the roof there. I'll have to clean that off. Alright, license plate underneath. Let's actually have a look underneath. So, official Holden manufactured badge there. Holden HR Premier written on it. And, yeah, you know, it's got the... Oh, that would be a flattened muffler sitting there. That's the front one. But it's got the silver exhaust for the last part. I think that's really well done. It really did feel like the bonnet wanted to come open there. And I think it's just the wheels moving around. Look, I'll give that roof a bit of a clean. But I'm going to put it on the turntable so you can have a look. Like, comment, subscribe. We'll be back with the... I think it's a Ford Falcon XA Superbird hardtop in the next magazine opening. Thanks for watching. Cheers. Bye.